Heyo, and welcome back to another video. In this one, we are going to be rebuilding Akuma Mikos PC. Well, I already technically did, but I'll be kind of talking about the reasons why and the process of doing so. Now, if you don't know Akuma Miko, the VTuber that I will be upgrading the PC to, also my fiance, I decided to upgrade their PC because they were still on the AM4 platform with the 5800X. Now, a terrible processor, and upgrading to the 7700X you can kind of debate. It's not that big of an upgrade, but in the long term of being able to upgrade the CPU, I think it is. So what was the main kind of reason for doing this? Well, VTuber derangement syndrome.
Little guy, did you eat glue? He ate glue.
Right, we talk about it, but we don't know about it. When your model glitches out on stream, and your model does some weird things, more than likely, you are using too much of the CPU while playing a game. Now, there's quite a few things that could have added on to this. She is running a 3080 Ti with the 5800X. A 5800X isn't necessarily a slouch, but with these updates to, let's just say, VTube Studio and driver updates, it can start to cause some wonkiness between 4-year-old hardware with the 5800X. I think it's even 5 years old now, and just other things. And it's not a bad system by any means, but with streaming and specifically VTubing, I think she just needed the extra power to be able to not have any issues while streaming on OBS, and along with streaming to 3 other platforms, which is kind of the nitty-gritty of the situation, if you will. But I digress. I took out the motherboard and put in the new motherboard and CPU with the cooler, because screw putting on a cooler when a system's pre-assembled besides an AIO, because just air coolers are kind of a pain in the ass in that sense. But I ended up using the Imperialist Assassin to cool the 7700X, and if you knew anything about 7th generation Ryzen, they run hot. Regardless of what you throw at it, they run hot under load. They go to the desired temperature of 95°C, and yeah. So although it ran its benchmarks great, I still think it was too hot. I did several things like undervolting to try to keep it cool, but I had a bunch of instability issues with this Gigabyte board for whatever reason. I had several generational crash outs with building this. Okay, I'm about to fucking crash out right now. So if there's any instability issues here, alright, this has been going on for 5 minutes with a GPU benchmark. If this system still proceeds to fucking crash or restart. So I did so many things to troubleshoot the issue, the instability issues. I'm thinking, oh, the RAM needs to be reseated. She needs new power supply because she was initially on a 650 watt power supply, and I threw a 750 watt power supply in it, and it still was just crashing. The problem I was trying to fix was the stability, ended up causing a ton of instability, just like my distressful life. But regardless to say, I eventually figured it out, and it was something stupid. It was something really stupid because Gigabyte doesn't label what's a beta BIOS and a released BIOS, and I was running painstakingly a beta BIOS, and all there was a B on it. Most 9 times out of 10, every motherboard I have installed the latest BIOS and have never ever occurred any issues with instability issues with specifically Windows and it running for a prolonged amount of time. This time I did. Oh my god, and it runs fine now. I did try to undervolt it again and do all that. I did cap it at like 90 or 85°C just so it doesn't get too hot while especially streaming or getting up to those temps and staying at it, because that was my main concern when I seen those temps just running Cinebench. But regardless to say, the system runs fine now. She's happy. It's more responsive, especially with DDR5, and although it was the same amount of memory, 6,000 megahertz is kind of a big deal. Now, it really might have seemed like a minor upgrade, but I kind of pushed her to do this just so when I get a new CPU, she can use that CPU later on, instead of kind of being stuck on AM4 not being able to upgrade later. In the same sense, right? She could have just gotten the motherboard later on, but I'm just like, she's having a few instability issues with OBS, especially streaming the 3 platforms and running VTube Studio. So I was like, you know what? We're gonna do this. And overall, I think it's worked out great. She's been able to stream for hours on end without any issues, and the CPU while streaming doesn't get too hot. So with that said, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next build video. Peace.